What if I told you that every verse, every miracle, and every person in the Bible is actually about you? Most people read it like history about others long ago. But when Jesus said, Scripture must be fulfilled in me, he wasn't only speaking of an event 2,000 years ago. He was revealing the blueprint of your awakening. You are the Word becoming flesh. Every joy, every challenge, every dream, every lesson is part of God's story unfolding through you. In Luke 2, Jesus said, I must be about my Father's business. By Luke 22, he says, Scripture must be fulfilled in me. That's your story too. The Word, divine imagination, descends into form, lives as you, and then fulfills itself through your experiences. You came to remember who you are, to let Spirit be visible through your thoughts, choices, and love. To finish the work your higher self began before birth. You'll discover the Father within and realize that you're the one you've prayed to is the one praying. Then you'll rise into peace, what Scripture calls heaven, and feel calm descend like a dove. In that stillness, you'll know the words, you have delivered me from the world of death. We're about awakening from separation. Because this story was never about ancient people, it's about you. One night, I had an experience that changed everything. I was lying in bed, I was half awake, when I saw this small point of light like a star. At first I watched, then realized it wasn't only coming towards me, I felt like I was being drawn to it. There was this living pull, gentle, loving. Part of me wanted to surrender to it, part resisted. The light started coming closer, feeling brighter and warmer, more real than anything I've ever known. Then it happened, we met, and in an instant it vanished. My body, thoughts, the room gone, only light remained and joy beyond words. Not emotion, but oneness. A living awareness that felt eternal. When I returned, I knew that it wasn't outside of me, it was me. That's when I understood the verse. The Word became flesh and dwelt among us. God isn't apart. He's expressing himself through you, with you, and as you. Your awakening may look different. It doesn't matter. When it happens, you'll know the same truth. Every story, every symbol, every promise was never about someone else. It was always pointing to you. You are the Word made flesh, the living story of God, becoming aware of himself through you. No two journeys are the same because God never repeats himself. Your awakening will be completely your own, but it carries the same message. In the volume of the book, it is written of me. Life isn't happening to you, it's happening through you. Everything, even the hard stuff, is God's imagination, completing its story through your life. The story of Jesus is the story of believing you already are what you're desired to be. That's the real message of Scripture. Until you stop seeing God as out there and start realizing that the I am within you is God, you'll keep living in desire, never in fulfillment. The moment you claim it, the moment that you say, I am this or I am that, the story begins to unfold. To fulfill Scripture means to make the invisible become visible, to turn divine imagination into reality. Every time you hold a vision as already done, every time you feel something before it appears, you're not just manifesting, you're completing the divine process that began in Genesis. That's what Jesus meant when he said, my food is to do the will of him who sent me and to finish his work. Faith isn't waiting for results. Faith creates them. That's how the Word became flesh, through the imagination, belief, and persistence. At first, this feels like the law of attraction. You imagine something to get it, but later you realize you're not using God's power. You are the power. You're not trying to become something new. You're remembering who you've been all along. And when that truth hits, life starts to feel effortless. You stop trying to manifest and you simply express what's already true. So next time you hear the words, Scripture must be fulfilled in me, don't hear it as religion. Hear it as revelation. Every moment of growth, every answered prayer, every awakening is the Word becoming real within you. You're the living Scripture, the divine imagination made human. Today's affirmation is, Scripture is being fulfilled within me now. Every vision, every miracle, every awakening is the Word being made through me.